I'm Carcina. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. What's up? And just like clockwork, all the leaks for Power Book 2 are starting to seep out. And just from looking at some of the titles, synopsises, and how it's broken down, it's clear to me how Power Book 2 is going in the direction, the fallout, and I'm not the least bit satisfied. Salute, Charles. Now, here's the thing that I've noticed. Now, what I could tell you from looking at the trailer is that the story's going to pick up not later. It's going to continue right where it left off. And right where it left off, Tariq and Brayton is on the run. So they're trying to survive. And based off of the trailer, you can see there's a lot of things going on. Oh, it's actually, 20 episodes. There are 10 episodes, Scotty. There's 10 episodes for the first part 1, then part 2 is another one. Now, are you saying no? The first season is, I believe, it's part 2. I don't know how many. I don't know if there's 20 because the first one is only 8. The first part is done. It's 8 episodes. They already have the titles and everything for the 8 episodes that were leaked online. The titles are very revealing in a way. And some of it you got to piece together and make your own assessments based on the flow of everything. And the trailer kind of gives away a lot. If you watch it and you kind of know what point of the film they're at, you can kind of piece it together. Now, in case you don't remember what all happened, it was a lot of stupidity that happened in the last episode where, Tasha showed up on the scene. And Tommy showed up just to insert them into the film. And then you seen Monet get hit by saving her daughter Diana. So she's in recovery. Diana, and pretty much, yeah, it was a lot of stuff thrown together. Now, the guy who helped out Tariq, because Mona wants to know, how the hell did he find all this out? How did he know and was prepared, like knowing that this was a setup? So Mona is thinking that the whole time. You know, the big bodyguard of hers, because Tariq gave him the green cards for his family, something he thought he could only get from Norma. She was basically using that as leverage for him to be obedient. And as quickly as Tariq got it for him, showed him that Norma just didn't care about ever getting that for him. And Tariq did that. He wanted to save Tariq's life because he said, hey, this kid's got some connections. He could probably help me out. He's valuable. I don't want to have him dead. So now everybody's in this little fray where Norma's trying to figure out what to do, what's going on. And Braden and Tariq is just loading up guns. They're just like, look, we just got to be aggressive. We don't have to go after these people because they're going to come after us. And they're stuck. They have no money, no connects, nothing's going on now. So their whole little business is on shutdown. In come the feds. Now you got this new Michael Easley character coming in named Carter. Carter's coming in to play. And what Carter's whole thing is, hey, I'm going to magically be the guy. Yep, that's my job now. I'm the guy. So Carter is obsessed. He's getting this information and he wants to find out and stops Tariq. He know about ghosts. And he was right all this time. And now they got this flash drive by Paz's son. And they're going off this flash drive and whatever this information could be that could help bring down Tariq and the entire Tejada organization or whatever. So anyway, basically, all of this is going on. Monet's trying to figure out who shot her and why. Because she's not buying Tariq did it. So Drew is meeting up with Diana to talk about, well, we got to cover this up so mom don't find out it was us that set it up. Well, Drew and Diana set up the whole hit on Mo because they were trying to say this is a retaliation from dad. We got to take Mo out. She's got to go. And by taking her out, that's going to open up the business. And then we'll blame it all on Tariq. And things went left because Tariq wasn't killed. So now Kane wasn't involved in this. Not at all. So they spend their time trying to keep this secret away, just like it's playing out just like the other episode or the other season beforehand, where you see, he said another worthless character. Well, you see a whole lot of things that's in you see a lot of things into development Just it played out just like the Lorenzo Tejada, how he killed Zeke, and how he was, oh man, I hope this thing keep going on, and how she wouldn't let it go. She knew something was going on with who killed Zeke, and we got to find out who killed Zeke. All of this stuff, right? And it's going over and over and over again. Now, to have Zeke die in such an uneventful way made it real stupid. To have Zeke character killed off. Now, another thing that you have to notice, because there's so much garbage that's going on here. Effie and Kane are united, and they are in love, and they are the power couple, but they're in the dark as to what's really going on, and he wants to be brought into the fray. So the big guy grabs Kane by the throat, and she was like, look, you promised you could do X, Y, and Z. So Norma's like she's going to kill Kane, and she kills the big guy. Boom. Stabs him in the neck with this little hand knife thing. Big guy goes down. The one that helped Tariq, who got the green cards, she wasn't stupid. Norma knew that this guy was the one who did it, saying, it was you. And she tells Kane, I need you to be my number 2 now. You gonna be the one that I'm gonna trust under me. So now Kane's got another job being with the boss. Ghost is not going to be in the series. Omari Hardwick, don't expect to see him. Don't get your hopes up. If they bring him back in this series, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Now, yeah, I'm gonna have to place that call back. Yeah, if he come back, it just eliminates everything they've done previously, and it just makes no sense. You just went backwards with the whole show. Now, where are we at now? Okay, Kane is with Norma, right? Tariq and them need to get a connect bad. So Tariq runs to 2-Bit. 2-Bit's finna help them out. Even though it's shady, they gotta work with him. So they go with 2-Bit. And I think 2-Bit ends up getting killed or whatever, some type of deal, whatever. 2-Bit gets knocked off. So they kill the 2-Bit character off. But Tariq got his car back, everything. But 2-Bit ended up getting killed, saving them. Then Monet eventually finds out that it was her own 2 kids that set up her hit. And now she wants Diana and Drew gone. And Kane found out that they did this behind his back, tried to take his mom's out. And it was on. Kane she teamed up with Mo, and they are hunting down Diana and Drew. The hunt is on. So now that's why you see them running in the trailer. They're running from Kane and they running from Mo. Mo is hunting them down with Kane on their side. Tariq is on their side as he teams up with the Tejadas once again. As the guns are both pointed at each other. He teams up with the Tejadas to go get Diana and Drew for setting this up, framing him, the whole nine. So they're on a mission to find these people. They finally get up enough gall, and whoa, what is this? Am I seeing this correctly? Something is wrong here. My numbers have been stuck at a set number all the way through, which makes no sense. Hold on, just a bit. Can you hear me better? All right, there we go. Yes, Diana is pregnant. She tells Tariq she's pregnant, and that's why Tariq doesn't kill her. And that's why Monet says she can't kill her daughter. So Tariq comes into the house to kill her. Mo pulls the gun on him. Mo pulls the gun on Tariq. So if you see the shot in the trailer where Tariq is pointing a gun at somebody and somebody's pointing a gun at Tariq, that's Monet. Because she's wearing the same sweater as you see when they're sitting down in the chair. She tells Diana that, and Diana now, Mo doesn't want to kill Diana now because that's her grandbaby. And Tariq is the father. Even though she was with this clown dude and Tariq had roughed him up earlier, the other boyfriend looking for Diana. This is now she doesn't want to kill off her family. Now she forget about the murder plot. She's all about family. But there's one person who really ain't cool with all this, and that's Kane. So Kane ain't on board no matter what. Him and Drew are enemies. And that's just the way it is. He don't want to bring into this family and let them come back around. He don't care that she's pregnant or not. But Norma's coming. So meanwhile, this investigation and all this evidence into Tariq, they're starting to close in on the Tejada family. And this detective Carter got them by the balls. So, Tariq is trying to think of a way to get him and the Tejadas out of it, and find a way to get them out of this whole loophole that they're in. Meanwhile, everything goes left as Diana ends up getting herself murdered. Diana gets killed, I think about halfway into this season. She's going to be taken out. And it's going to shake the entire family. Norma kills Diana. She has Diana taken out. So after Norma has Diana killed, um, that's going to really shake the whole family. As she told them in the very beginning, if you cross me, this person will die. She told all of them that in the beginning, that Diana was the one that would die as punishment. And that was in the last season, that she would be the one to go for betrayal, failure, and everything. So they killed Diana. So Diana's dead. And the whole family's rocked. Everybody's rocked. Now they want revenge, obviously, on Norma and everybody else, Kane included. Now, Braden and his relationships with Ellie is going to come into play at some point, where his relationship's going to lead to problems. There's going to be a big fallout with Method Man's character. He's trying to do, he's very minimal in this first part. He's just doing stuff behind the scenes to try to keep himself alive. He's just going about dipping and going through holes. Davis McLean is trying to stay on the positive level as much as possible and stay under the radar. Now, as this goes on, the war is starting to brew in the streets with Drew and Kane. Those two are fighting for a position now as he's in the streets trying to do what he's going to do and take it to that level. I've just been sitting here watching the season 2 from last year, trying to piece everything together. And what I've pieced together so far is just like, oh, okay, I get it. Now, more people have gotten involved and a lot of people think Tariq will be shot in this season. That's a lot of things that's going on. Somebody shot Tariq and it was Kane or somebody. But I believe the person that's going to eventually not kill him, but actually shoot him is going to be, what's that, Paz's son, the FBI guy. And Tariq is going to end up killing him. That's just, all of this is theory, by the way. We don't have any other information about what's going on. But I believe it's Paz's son. Now, when all this is said and done, there's going to be so much, there's going to be so much done. Some of this is based off leaks. it's a whole different what you would call conundrum when you look at the whole thing. You know, I'm looking at the whole case and situation how it played out, and when you look at it, you start saying to yourself, "Okay, I get it. I see where this is going." But the final, like the final episodes for the next season, is gonna be mostly like this supposed to be Tariq's show, and it's turned into the Tejadas. Well, when you start looking at stuff like dopamine, for real, it's like dopamine. I was wondering, like, what was wrong? I saw the whole thing play out, and I was like, what is wrong with this picture? It just don't make any sense. The parking lot clip, I believe that's who he's got the gun on. I think the guy kind of shoots Tariq. I think Tariq kind of gets arrested outside. The police lights is there. Remember the police lights? He's got his skull cap on. So he kills him. He gets like arrested with something going on where the police are swooping in on him for something. I don't know if he actually kills that guy. No. So Kane works for Mona, not you know. Well, the Power Book 2 thing is there's a lot of scenes that don't make sense. But the Kane and Drew angle you could see a mile away. Well, you got Monet and now this Ellie chick in Brayden relationship. Now that's gonna send Brayden down a spiral. So he's gonna be out of control. Tariq and Monet, they finna try to come up with some way to try to leverage to get the detective Carter to lead them along. Kane and Drew, so that's what's gonna go into part 2. Kane and Drew going to war. When the real war should be Kane and Tariq. That's it. Now, is Junior Valdez actually going to be killed by Tariq, or will Tariq spare him? What's on the flash drive? Who is this Carter guy? Why is he so obsessed? Well, Michael Ealy is playing Detective Don Carter. And he's so hell-bent on taking down the Tejadas and Tariq. He knew about ghosts and all this. His wife got killed in a crossfire during a drug-related shooting. And now it's his life mission to bring people to justice. So that's where Michael Ealy is so hell-bent on taking down the Tejadas. Because his wife died in a crossfire shooting in a drug-related incident. So, I mean, I'm not gonna be happy that if 2-Bit die trying to save Tariq. I ain't cool with that. Now, the Diana pregnancy angle kicks in, but to have her go out in the same episode she announces she's pregnant is very, very rushed and very stupid. I think that they could have waited. They're trying to do and bring when Tariq lost his sister and she got shot, his twin sister got killed when they had the You Can't Fix This, because the name of that one is called I Can't Fix This. What was his name? OB. That's the guy name. OB. Yeah, OB dies. I just think the shift of this is more Tejada than Tariq. You know, it's like his name is Tariq Tejada. It's like they've shifted Tariq's character to pivot so much away from being related to St. Patrick to Tejada. Everything he's doing is like part of the Tejada family. Of course, there's going to be surprises. We're going to see it. We're going to watch it. We're gonna watch as Effie goes and deal with these other dealers to try to make deals. And while a gun is on her, Diana's gonna tell Tariq she's pregnant, and they're gonna kill her anyway. Kanan is gonna be out there. I mean, Kanan, little Kanan, Tariq is out there messing up shipments, messing up Norma's money. And Davis McLean, will he be killed? All possible outcomes. Everything here is possible. Everything here is believable. Everything is achievable. Now, so tired right now. Yeah, watching Power Ghost, the final episode again, is so damn confusing. Paz's nephew, who's now grown and working for like the DEA or whatever. You know, what's his involvement? Davis McLean character might get murdered by Norma or somebody down the line. I don't know. My theory is it's not important anyway, as he's helping Tariq, because that's just an outlet for Tariq. Tariq don't really have any resources but the Tejadas. That's it. And Braylon, that's about it. He has no army. He has no team behind him. So the fact that Norma is trying to wipe Tariq out and can't get to Tariq doesn't even make sense, when she had all this power and as powerful as she was to start the series. You tell me she can't find a 20-year-old college kid with no connections? Well, it's kind of too late to go by Diana's death sequence and say, hey, you know, we got to go after Diana. Ghost returns as a hallucination. I'm just saying that bag must be really heavy for Omari Hardwick to come back. No, he told the truth that Michael, the character, he knew that they were going to end the show. He was just doing, he said, I was getting my 50 cent on. I was just trolling. No, I knew that they were going to end the show. Yeah, he made that promise and said that he was shocked, he was blindsided, the whole nine. But he was just trolling. I think the college aspect of it is going to be non-existent in this whole situation. So when you start looking at the new direction of where they're going, it just didn't make a lot of sense.
Hi, everyone, and welcome.
When it kind of like really started moving for me.
Yeah. And how'd you get started? Was it you who wanted it? Was it your parents?
You know, it's weird. Like, you know, as a kid, like you watch TV, obviously, and you're like, oh, like look at Nickelodeon, look at Disney, and like I would love to be a part of this, obviously. But like it was just always a thought in my mind. I never really like was like, oh ma, I want to be on TV, like, oh, I want to be on Disney. Like, and then it just happened like one day I was in the city with my mom. We were going to get lunch, and a lady named Gina from Generations, that's a talent agency at the time.
Yeah.
She literally just walked up to my mom and said, like, your son has a great face for like acting or modeling. Like, does he do any of that? And she was like, no. And then like a week after, we ended up they had a meeting in the office. And after that, they just started getting me like auditions for like Sesame Street. I did like a little commercial for Price Choppers, and things just started like, you know, like rolling in. And then and then after that, it was just, you know, motion.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your financial situation like at that time?
I mean, growing up, I mean, it wasn't like we didn't have anything, like we couldn't eat or anything. It was like, you know, just regular, like, you know, regular living. Like we weren't rich, we weren't like, you know, poor. It was just, you know, regular living.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, I joined the family and made a change again.
Yeah. And so how did your first few gigs go? Like, was that the moment where the money started coming in or what?
It's so funny. So my first few gigs were, like I said, the commercial for Price Choppers. I did like a photo shoot for Target. And then I did this music video for an Italian singer named Tiziano Ferro. And it went like super crazy in Italy. And then an Italian director named Silvio Muccino, he saw that video and was like, I don't know how he got in contact with my mom, but he got in contact with my mom. He's like, I saw your son in the music video and like, I need him to be a part of my movie. Like I want him to be the star of my movie. And my mom thought it was like a joke at first.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously she went around and asked questions, and it was, you know, legit. And then we ended up going to Italy for like 10 days and then came back home and then went back to Italy, and I ended up living there for a year and a half filming that movie. So like stuff just started happening fast, you know, like literally just like this. It was crazy.
So why did they want an American kid, a Black American kid in their stuff?
That's the first thing I always thought. Like, how do you see a music video? Like I wasn't speaking or anything. Like you literally just see my face, like maybe just like expressing emotions and stuff like that. And I'm like, how do you like come to the like conclusion that you want me in your movie just from a music video?
Mm-hmm.
But the role was he was like a mulatto kid. Like he was an Italian kid. His dad was Italian and his mom was African.
Yeah.
And yeah, and the kid actually spoke like full Italian, so I had to learn Italian for the film and everything. And yeah, I still don't understand why he chose me, but I guess it was a good choice.
Yeah.
It was a good choice.
So as you kind of like basically fell into acting, was
Yeah.
there anything else you ever wanted to do with your life?
Really, like the first, like I've always been in love with like arts, like all type of art, like visual art, musical, like
Mhm.
everything. So from a kid, like I was in love with music first. Like music was my first love. Like I'm a producer now as well, so I make music still to this day. But music was my first love, and then obviously like sports. The young kids, we love sports.
Mhm.
And then it came to a point where it was like I don't really have time to play sports because the acting kind of really took over. But for the most part, I really was just like into music and art before like the acting really started, and then everything just started coming together.
So what do you mean by the acting?
See, like I would say, like I said, like I never really thought of like really wanting to be on the screen. Like obviously I would watch and be like, oh, it would be cool to be a part of it. But
Yeah.
then, it just started happening, and then it's just the rest was history.
And
Yeah.
when did you realize, okay, my career is really taking off? What projects were you working on, or what attention were you starting to garner?
Obviously Power was, that's like, a life-changing role for me. But I would say like around like season 3 of Power, like during the hiatus when we finished filming season 2, I did Barbershop 3, the next cut. And after that movie, I feel like the writers and everyone at Power, like they kind of saw like me in a different light, and that's kind of when they started like, like building on my character story in the show.
Mhm.
And then after that, it was kind of like, all right, now I kind of see where like my career is kind of going. Like I'm getting like my workload is a lot heavier now. Like, they kind of like they trust me a lot more with with the material that they're giving me. So I kind of see where this can go. But I definitely did not expect like the character to to go from what he was to obviously not what he is now.
Well,
Yeah.
you clearly did that. You had something to do with that. So congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Well, how did your life change though with Power?
Man, my life changed drastically. Like obviously, I've been working since I was young.
Yeah.
But my mom, like she also always did a great job of like kind of like helping me save my money since I was a kid. Like I didn't really know what kind of numbers I was pulling in until I was like 17, 18, Like my mom really did like a good job is like putting money away from me, when I was young, because obviously like at a young age, like I don't really know what I really want to do with that money. Like, yeah. So she really did a good job at kind of like, just making sure a lot of it was put away for when I reached the age to where it's like, all right, I could do this with my money. I could do that with my money.
Yeah.
And I appreciate her for that, because I literally did not know, like, obviously I knew I was making money, but I didn't know, the numbers I was pulling in until I was 18 or like 17 or 18.
17,
Yeah,
18.
yeah.
So the life-changing money happen around Power or what?
I would say, but like I said, she was putting money away from me like before that. So I guess like some of it was still there before Power, but obviously Power was just like a completely different, machine for me. Like that was completely life-changing for me. Like,
so how did you learn once you gained control of your money? How did you learn how to manage it?
Obviously I'm still learning, I'm still young, so I'm still learning how to, manage my money. But I really just, just like take advice from the people that are around me. Like I said, being on Power changed my life, not even just like, career-wise, just being on that show, being like on set with everybody, like every day, just being around those great people, those great minds. Like I learned a lot, like obviously from 50, from Amari, from Joseph. So, everything they taught me on set, I kind of just, I just kind of play it close to me, and I keep it with me everywhere I go. And 50 definitely told me, save that bread.
Speaking of you and 50, all right, there was that little moment where you felt blindsided by not knowing that Ghost was coming to an end.
Right.
Are y'all good now?
Oh, no, we super good. I was really just pulling a page out of 50's book, because, look, I'm going to tell y'all, I knew that, obviously I knew that the show was going to come to an end way before they announced it. We had a talk about it, the studio and 50 and I, but I really just pulled a page out of 50's book, kind of like just trolling everybody, because like, like why not stir the pot a little bit? So I was like, damn, they ended it.
So as I told y'all, when this thing happened, it went down. I told y'all clearly he knew. I think Outlaw was in that chat. Of course. How are you not gonna notice the season finale and y'all have already shot both episodes? Like the whole season has been shot. There's no more shooting to do. Like I guess they could do reshoots and things of that nature, but they've done this. The series is done. The series is done. So how would you not know this is the end if they did a 2-part series? You see what I'm saying? So this is what I told y'all when he said that the first time. How can he be blindsided when he's the lead? That's weird. If you're the lead character of the show and y'all film 2 parts, how could you not know? Obviously, they're setting it up for an ending if they broke it into 2 parts. But everybody went into a frenzy. So I'm going to tell you this. This series is going to go one or 2 ways. Kane and Tariq and all these, Kane gonna have to die. That's just how it is. Kane gotta go. I don't see it no other way. Kane got to get up out of there. Oh no, he's gonna be good. 50 gonna try to rope him into his new shows he's got that he's finna put out. So they got stuff on the table.
And show they're not gonna tell nobody. And then obviously 50 came back with the we ended the show because you don't answer your phone. So like, just like a little back and forth just to get the the fans like, just to have them thinking like what's really going on, just a little, just to stir the pot a little bit.
So he's one of your mentors.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's like a father figure in my life. Like
really?
like I could call him for literally anything, like any advice, anything I need, I could literally call 50. Like even my mom will call 50. Like if she sees me doing something that she's not really a big fan of, she'll call 50. Like, I'm calling 50, and then she'll call 50, and trust me, I'm getting that call from 50 right after. So yeah, 50 is definitely like a father figure to me. Like he gives me, we'd be on the phone for like 3 hours, literally just talking about like everything. So yeah, he's definitely like a pops to me for sure.
What's the best piece of advice 50's given you?
It's literally countless, but this is something I keep close to me. This is when like my character actually started like building in the show. It was like season 3. We were in Red Hook, Brooklyn, filming one of the scenes. We were just in this trailer, like chilling, chopping it up. And like this one thing he told me was like, don't ever feel too, entitled to where you deprive yourself. And that always stuck with me because it's like I could literally count on my hands, like I'm like the amount of situations I've been in where I felt like I should have this, like I'm entitled to this. Whole time there's a big blessing out there that I'm blind to because I'm so entitled to this and I'm depriving myself to a way bigger blessing. So like,
well, Michael, going back to Ghost coming to an end, what's next for you?
What's next for Michael? A lot is next for Michael because like the platform that Power has given us is huge. So it's a blessing to be in the position I am, and obviously like I can navigate in different avenues. Like me and Gianni, we started our production company, And obviously moving forward, we're gonna focus on getting some more projects under the belt of that. We did the podcast at first. You know, I have a restaurant in Jamaica that I own. It's called Catch 22. And I also have I'm part of a franchise called Herbs Jamaica. It's a dispensary that I own as well. So right now we're actually moving locations to like a bigger space. And I'm super excited about that. We're kind of like redecorating, kind of like rebranding the whole thing. And yeah, I'm super excited about that. Also, I'm also, you know, monetizing my love for cars. So I'm gonna start I'm starting a car channel, and I'm gonna just be featuring the craziest car builds from all over the world. I'm gonna be reaching out to everybody that has the craziest cars, and I'm gonna be featuring them on my channel. That's gonna be called 22 PSI. Yeah, for the entrepreneur, Michael, that's, you know, that's what's going on right now. For the person, Michael, you know, I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling, vibing. I'm actually leaning in to start, you know, working really like heavy with my Solid Help Foundation. That's like my nonprofit. We help with like college tuition and, you know, like food drives and, you know, clothes and stuff like that for, you know, the less fortunate. And this year I'm kind of, you know, I'm gonna press the button on doing a lot more with that. You know, I've been doing, you know, stuff here and there for the foundation, but I think now it's time to kind of just like, you know, just attack it fully and just go crazy and just, you know, go crazy.
You know, it's really bold, by the way, especially the music thing, because, you know, people like to pigeonhole you. They see you like, you're an actor. This is what you do. How dare you try to cross over into music? What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on how the world is going to perceive you?
I mean, you know, everyone is going to have their, you know, their good things to say and the negatives to say. But at the end of the day, it's like, it's just something I love, you know, like music is something I love. And I've been making music for fun for my whole entire life. So it's like,
I don't want to see you doing music, but but no, he's a kid. He's doing everything that he wants. He's somebody's like, I didn't know he was Jamaican. I'm like, yeah, he's Jamaican. So he just don't have a Jamaican accent. But he's Jamaican. He ruined the show. Well, it's hard to say he ruined the show when he never should have been. It wasn't done correctly. It just wasn't done correctly at all. It's like you build a whole series around him and make him the lead of a new show when nobody liked what he did. You know, it's like he wasn't a favorable liked character. So it didn't make any sense. So everyone's watching it like, what the hell? Like, you making the show about him just came out of nowhere. Power Book 2, Ghost. And you call it Ghost. Like, you really is using his name, Ghost, to sell this. This is why Mari Hardwick was so pissed. Like, you wouldn't pay me, but you're going to use Ghost to try to sell it. Make it its own thing. You got to blame the writers for this, but the direction, that's what didn't make a lot of sense. The direction was off. Now, the direction is going in the place of, hey, here's what's going on. Right. The direction is telling everybody, hey, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. We need to get this done now. That's where the directions are going. We need to go right now. It was always meant, the reason why Stars came after my videos and was mad at me for making videos talking about I'm using their image And I said, you know what? I'm out. I'm through with Power. Like, I'm through. They want it like that. Lionsgate got involved and made it a big problem. So I was telling too much of the plot that was going on down the road, and I was accurate. And I was on the phone talking with a girl I was talking to at the time, and that video was out. And we went straight down that pipe. Oh, okay. Mom didn't want nothing. I was just gonna call her back too. When this video was over, she just texted me. So we good. But no, you can't have your lead character that everybody liked. Everybody liked Ghost. And in the whole season, they tried to make Ghost unlikable. You know, start making him abuse Tasha physically. You know, just doing things out of Ghost's character that you didn't see for the first 6 seasons. Ghost never came close to hitting Tasha and all this stuff that when he could have and should have. All the stuff she did, tried to have him killed, she did some of everything. And he didn't put a hand on her. Now all of a sudden he want to put his hands on Tasha. They want to make him so unlikable to make it easy for Tariq to kill him, and Tariq is the good guy. It's not gonna pan out that way. When they say the sins of the father and everything else, they were setting the stage for that. Oh, the sins of the father pays off to the son. You know, it was so obvious that was the direction when they wrote the first 5 seasons out, that he's going to be the next. But his demeanor of Ghost as a character didn't take that approach. Keeping Tariq away from the business was a priority for him. He was trying to be a better father. He didn't want his son to go in the same direction he did. That's what his goal of doing this was. He was trying to get out of the business. Always wanted to get out. He never saw an end where he wasn't dead or in jail from doing this. Everybody who's been doing this has been doing that for this long, for a reason. That's why they went in the direction they went in. It's not rocket science. No, they're coming out with another Power series called Origins with a bunch of young actors who they could pay minimum while they make multi-millions of dollars off of these entertainers. See, this is how you keep from paying people their money. You've made all this money off Power Book 2. Now it's time to pay these guys. Oh, we're going to just go and end the show. Yeah, I think the character and everything has kind of jumped the shark. Because now you got them for the low and you milked them, and now you got to pay them. Yeah, so they made Tasha the bad mother. She manipulated him to kill the son, to kill Ghost. But that wasn't the case. Tasha was telling him, don't do it. She was telling him not to kill Ghost. Because they couldn't have a woman be the bad person. And set it up with this who killed Ghost, who shot Ghost, like marathon made no sense. When everybody knew for who have a half of a brain could know that it was Tariq the whole time. Well, I mean, if you really want to sit down and go through it and go theory for theory, I'm not interested in seeing Ghost coming back to this. Because what would be his point? They had a great character development with Brayton's company, like the uncle or whatever it was, the one who ended up jumping off the roof after him and Brayton fought. Brayton fought and he fell off the roof. Hmm. Well, the halo effect. Right? Is that what they told people? The halo effect? uh, Curtis St. Patrick. Well, the thing is that this is more of the Tejada show than it is about Tariq. And it makes no sense whatsoever. This has nothing to do with Tariq. This whole Power next season is more about the Tejadas than it is Tariq. They just using him in theory. It's like he's a member of the Tejada family. and then everybody's trying to kill each other one episode, then they're back family again in the next episode. It's gonna be a reveal. I'm pregnant. Then boom, she's dead in the same episode. That don't make any sense. It's like, this makes no sense. Rainey got killed for jumping in the way and getting involved. I know who you are, Ray Ray. I'll be, oh, she gone. I know what you do. Leave my brother alone, Ray Ray. I'm like, oh my God. She gone. Right. I'm not ready to see Drew and Kane war for the streets of New York. That's not, I didn't sign up to watch the Tejadas. So the direction they taking this, it needs to end. Raina got herself taken out. At that time, it made sense. You had powerful actors in there who could pull off emotion. Yeah. Ray. All right. Well, let me get myself together. So we'll continue this later on. All right. I'll be back. Stay tuned.